We've all heard the terms, no strings attached, friends with benefits, recreational sex even, but can you really be in a healthy and casual relationship? Relationship expert Dr. Margaret McCraw joins us this morning with more. Good morning.
Good morning.
I think a lot of people confuse this of what the difference between actually having a relationship and having what many may call a hookup or even a booty call, I think is sometimes it's called.
Well, first of all, the friends with benefit relationship is so different than a relationship leading to commitment. And then a booty call, it's a one-night stand. You may never see the same person again, and really has, for the most part, not a lot of emotion attached, if any. Where friends with benefits, there's some emotion.
And I think sometimes people can confuse that as being more than it is. If one person doesn't really feel the emotions that someone else does, so how do you know that the other person is feeling what you are and not anything more?
You know, the whole concept with friends with benefits is that people are becoming more open about talking about it and at least being honest with each other, saying, I don't want commitment, but I want to be with you, I like you, but I've got other priorities.
Is this a new thing? I mean, we've definitely been hearing about this a lot. We have seen the movie out with Ashton Kutcher called No Strings Attached. But is this something that's always been happening? We just are more open to talk about now?
I think we're more open to talk about it, certainly since the 60s. But the term is fairly new. And there is a more recent trend, especially with college students. The studies are showing that people are moving more in this type of relationship.
And that obviously means simply a sexual relationship. Can sometimes there be a combination of emotional in there?
Absolutely. I think it's very challenging for people to separate out their emotions completely. There's definitely emotion. It's that people make a decision what they're going to do with that emotion, and they're upfront with that, and they're saying, I've got other priorities, or I'm a single mom and I really don't want to bring in another parent into the situation. I want to be with you, I like you, you know, but I don't want to go anywhere with this.
And probably important to talk about that right away so both people are aware of what's happening.
Yes, absolutely, yeah.
But I think a lot of women that I know, and you know, men as well, say actions speak louder than words, so sometimes they get confused by maybe their sexual relationship and think that it is a real relationship because of that.
Yes, and people do, and when they don't talk about it, then they set themselves up for risk for making assumptions. So you know, you need to talk about it. You need to find out, what does the other person want. It doesn't have to be the first date question, but you're not necessarily putting pressure on the person, your partner, about what do you want with me. You're just finding out, do they want a commitment at all in their life? That's a good question to ask early on.
And there are a lot of questions from our viewers this morning, both men and women, who want help from you. So our relationship expert is taking all of your questions this morning about love. Our phone lines are open right now. Give us a call, 410-481-4545. And you can even post a question on our Facebook page. Dr. Margaret McCraw is now back with us, and we're going to go to the phone lines first this morning, where Michelle from Crofton is on the line. Good morning, Michelle.
Hi there.
What's your question about love this morning?
Okay, well, I guess my husband and I are having an argument about whether or not we should adopt an animal. I want a dog, but he can't agree to that.
Okay, adopting pets.
That's a big one. You really do have to come to an agreement, because if you don't, the animal suffers. I'm a big animal lover. I've seen that over and over again. So you want to think, is there an animal that both of you can agree on? Can you agree on cats? Can you agree on rabbits? I mean, rabbits are incredible pets too. I've had one myself, so they're not locked in a cage. They're really cool pets. So you're going to have to come to an agreement on this before you get a pet.
Do you think it works if one party would say, I'll take care of the dog, in this case Michelle's, I'll take care of it, it'll be all right, you'll never do anything. Does that work?
No, it doesn't. Not in a committed relationship, no. Absolutely not. It may for a short time, not for the long run.
All right, we're going to go to our Facebook page because we know some of you have more questions. India says, my fiance and I have been together for 3 years and we are constantly arguing about everything lately. I think that we have become disconnected. We're supposed to get married this year, but I refuse to marry him when we are bickering all of the time. Help.
There's a wonderful tip I want to pass on to you. When you're in this kind of entanglement, ask one another, tell me what would you say to your sister about us? Tell me what would you say to whoever it is they are close to, that you know is their confidant. What would they say about the relationship? Because if you just keep asking what's wrong or what's going on with us, you put the pressure on, you stay entangled. But ask your partner, what would you say to your brother about us? And then start listening very thoughtfully. And what would you say to your brother would help our relationship? Listen to what your partner says.
All right, we're going to go to Jennifer now, and she says, how can you trust him again after messing up multiple times? So if they've done something wrong and you've got to bring them back in.
You may not be able to. I mean, it's a real possibility. I won't say that you can or can't, but this is a case where if trust is a huge issue and it's been broken numerous times, I would always recommend therapy, counseling, because you're not going to be able to solve that necessarily on your own. A third party is a huge help in situations like that.
All right, that's great advice. Hopefully that helps some of the folks out there this morning.
So.
Thank you for being here this morning.
Yes, thank you.
Find the love, we'll tell all of our viewers this morning. We'll see you
go.
again soon.
Okay, sounds good.